matter how y'all doing, how y'all doing. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Once again, we open up in the morning time, and the stock market was going to crap. And I was 100% good with it. Dumped some more money in this morning. See how that thing is going, how things are going to go. I don't know how long it's going to stay down. Not, I'm hoping that it would have stayed down a lot longer. Stay down longer so I can keep racking up. But, we don't know. It's top to bottom. How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, the stock market, this morning, it, hit some more lows, which I'm good with it. It looks like it's starting to, something might be reversing course, but who knows? I think it's the shorts just coming in trying to capitalize on this opportunity to make a quick dollar. But it is what it is. I woke up this morning. I mean, once I got done what I was doing, woke up, look at, open up my account. And, of course, there's probably another $1,000 something just a value down. And this is what I mean by sometimes you got to just settle down, get your feelings and your emotion out of it. This what the Trump administration is doing. Right, top to bottom. At this point, what the Trump administration is doing, regardless of how anybody feels about it, it's the right thing to do by the country. It is the right thing to do by the country. We got too many of these, what I would say, countries that has been basically getting fat and happy off of America. And for far long, and I say this in other video, for far too long, this country has been splitting the bill for everybody. All these countries. And my thing is this, is that, and what I try to tell people is this. If America is a $20 trillion economy overall, and they're going to still want a piece of that pie. And if it means they're going to have to get a less slice in order to do that, you're not going to give up the whole pie. You're not going to say, okay, I'm like China trying to throw back tariffs. Go ahead. That's fine. That means that, if you don't want to do business in America, that's fine. If you got a problem with the tariffs, that's fine. That tells me that you guys are getting the most of the money because you wouldn't have a problem with it unless you guys are the ones making a ton of money. Y'all don't want to. Y'all want to keep draining America economy-wise, money-wise, and not buying anything from America because China does not buy that much from America like we buy from them. That's why you see them trying to come back full circle. But my thing is this. They don't want to take their hand out of that $20 trillion economy. So if that's what they want to do, fine, do it. What y'all make, we can make at home for the vast majority of what y'all make, we can make it right here at home. So yeah, we're going to feel a little bit of it in the beginning, but that's also going to say, okay, we're making it at home. We don't need it, what they're making no more. That's more jobs at home for them. And this is the reason why I'm more so glad that Trump is doing it is because we have an economy and we got kids, we got grandkids, and this is really for them, for the future of America. Yeah, you got to take it a little bit on the chin right now, but for the future of America, you're going to need this. You're going to need to stop allowing me because it's only but so much that's going to be in that bank account before the bank account is dry. What's up? How you doing? I cannot pronounce that. It looks like you're from another country, but God bless you. Thank you for coming in. If you're on this live, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. For far too long, America has been splitting the bill for all these countries. Now, there's reports that's coming out and saying a lot of them wants to negotiate, with Trump and the administration to find some type of fair deal. I don't know. I mean, I'm still waiting to see exactly how this is all going to play out. But I keep telling people, when it's happening, and I seen the stock market crumbling, I said, great. For me, I'm buying. And that's exactly what I did. I went buy. I don't care about it. I didn't watch thousands of dollars of value come out of my accounts. Just drain out of my account. And this ain't like I've never seen this before. I've seen this before. If you did this, if you invest money and you've done it long enough, this is not a new condition. Everybody has seen this before if you've been in it long enough. The key is to ride it out and let all of the dust settle, and eventually you'll start to see the stock prices start to increase anymore. I get excited when I see it down. Some people might get when it's up. What good for me personally? I'm excited when it's down. When it's down like this, I was happy. I was like, yes, this is exactly the moments that I look for. Now, some people be like, oh, Now, the only people that this is going to probably bother is if someone had intentions of selling their stock at that moment and they didn't get a chance to. Okay, you take a loss when you sell. That's when you take a loss. If you sell it right now and you're in the red, 9 times out of 10, that's when you take the loss. Yeah, what's up, Lucky? How you doing? God bless you. It's going to bounce back because this is a lot of what we're seeing right now is emotional. Like they just panicking, selling off because they don't know what the outcome of it is. But if you let this play out you ain't even got to play out the scenario publicly. If you really think about what Trump is doing, all you doing is shifting how the wealth is done. What's up? What's up? God bless you. God bless you, weep guy. All you're doing is shifting how it is. Instead of getting all of this stuff from other countries, which I keep saying, I don't know why we got to this point and how it got so bad for the last 30 plus years. Why are we so okay with getting everything from China and all these other countries? Why are we stopped doing what we was doing? So I'm okay with that because you need to bring these manufacturing jobs. Listen, if you look in some of the places like Chicago where we're thriving as far as jobs go and we made stuff and build stuff, a lot of these manufacturing jobs has left America. They left because it costs so much to try to make a profit in America with all of these regulations and all of these taxes and all this stuff they're doing. I know some of us watch a lot of like movies and stuff like that. Now, here's my point to that. Let's say we're going to bring it to a local crime level. Let's look at it from a crime level. You got people that say this is my block, right? And if you're going to do business on this block, you're going to have to pay me. And I'm just using movies that I see when they try to spin this. You can't do business on my block unless you pay you. Philadelphia. I'm from Philly. You can't do business on my block unless you pay me, right? And if the people on the block keep taxing you and taxing you and taxing you, now you're like, man, they killing me. I'm doing all the work. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of that. I'm doing all of that. And they keep taxing me. And the only way they're allowed to get away with taxing me is because they got guns. They got military. They got all this stuff to be able to control me. And I can't. And if I could get big enough to take them on, I can probably stop them from taxing me. India, how you doing? Yo, you from India? Okay, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for coming in. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. And I'm using that as a scenario is that this is what happens this is what I'm talking about. The government, the United States government is taxing businesses and taxing stuff so much that it's not worth doing business in America. That's why a lot of times people say, these companies say, you know what? I'd rather do it somewhere else. And you got to think about this. I go open up a company or a warehouse or manufacturing company over in another country, right? Or go get the product from another country. They got to manufacture it, right? That means they got to get the raw materials, form it, make it, whatever the case may be. And they got to pay workers or whatever to do this. Then they got to package all this product. Then they got to get it packed. After they package it, box it, whatever it got to be packed on a truck, trailer, container, whatever way it's going to be shipped. Then they got to go to the docks, wherever country it is, they got to make it to the docks. Then after it makes it to those docks, they got to get on a shipment. They got to crane it onto a shipping container. Ship. After they do that, they got to travel, and depending on where it's coming from, it could take a month to get from where it's at to where it's going, right? Then they got to take it back off. Then they got to put it on a truck to get it to wherever warehouse in America that it's going to. Then they got to unload it from there, and then they got to make it to the shelves. Think about that whole process. Why is it that we can get it that much cheaper somewhere else, and we can't do the same thing right here at home? And we can't do that right here at home in America. No, I don't think. Make it make sense. And this is the point that I keep trying to make to people. Look at that. All of them steps that it took to get it to America. Why couldn't we just manufacture, make it right here, and get it to the stores a lot cheaper and a lot faster? Something else is going on, and this is where the tariffs come into play, because they're making out like a fat rat, and we're splitting the bill. The American government is using the taxpayers' dollars to split the bill, and it's not right. It is not right. That's why I'm glad Trump is doing it. I'm okay with it. I'm glad he's doing it the way he's doing it, because that right there is going to help the future of America and stop overburden and overtaxing the citizens of America, and we the ones keep splitting the bill. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why anybody in America would be okay with that? Every politician, a bunch of politicians that were in Congress, all of these politicians and presidents prior to this said the same thing. Bill Clinton said it. Obama said it. Nancy Pelosi said it. And this is when they had half a brain, because some of them don't know what the hell happened since. They all been talking the same talk. And now all of a sudden, Trump is the only one that really had the balls to actually go do it, because he knew that if we don't do it now, it's going to be more detrimental if we don't. It's already detrimental, but it's going to be even more if we don't do it right now. But yet, can't tell them that. Can't tell these people that. Now, ones that's out there protesting and doing all this other stuff, first of all, I know they're getting funded by the Democrat Party, got them going around in different places, and they funding this stuff. Because my thing is this: how y'all got time to sit out there and protest all day? Don't y'all got jobs? Y'all ain't got no job? Y'all ain't got nothing else y'all could be doing to me making no money. Y'all can afford to sit out there like that? That tell me somebody giving y'all money. Somebody's funding that. And I guarantee it's probably through taxpayers funding. Because I guarantee you, once the money run out, they ain't going to be protesting no more. And it ain't legitimate. Because half of the time when you see them get interviewed out there, what they protesting for, none of them even know what they protesting about. Well, what is it you disagree with? I don't agree with none of it. All right, give me some examples. Give me some actual examples of what the decisions that Trump has made that you disagree with. Now, if someone asks me what I disagree with the Democratic Party, I tell them straight up. I don't like their abortion policies. I think it's an intent to murder black children and keep the black numbers down. That's my opinion, and no matter what nobody else says, that's just my opinion. I look at the amount of abortions that happens through the black community, and it makes up the vast majority of abortions, and I think that that's what's keeping the black community population-wise down, because they're keep promoting it amongst the black community. Yes, and you know what? Top to bottom, hair and nail, and hair and skincare, you are 100% right. And you know, but here's the thing. All of these people that keep complaining about, oh, you're going to be paying more for this, and you're going to pay more for that. And my thing is, this is what makes me laugh about them. This is how, in my opinion, is very hypocritical. Okay, you say you don't like the fact that at some point America was enslaving people, right? You don't like it. You don't like the fact that America was enslaving people. But yet you're saying out of your mouth that you're okay with slavery. Because my point is this, and this is one of the points that I always try to make to people. In order for you to get something for free in America or any other country, in order for someone to give you something for free, someone else have to do it for free. Yes, Lucky, you're right. It is. In order for me, let's say I wanted the government to take care of me every day. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to work. I don't want to do nothing. All right, so who's gonna farm the land, to grow the crops, to grow the food? Who's gonna do the farming? Somebody else has to do that. Okay, if I want to have a free car and I want to have to pay for the car, someone has to manufacture all of the metal, mold it, and build the car engines and all of the other stuff. This is what I mean by hypocritical. You want everybody else to go do all of this stuff so you can have it for free. So you can sit up in your house and get you, so everybody else out there slaving and working their behind off. So you can sit up in the house and not have, and then at the same mouth, they'll sit there and talk about slavery. Meanwhile, you sitting up in the house not doing nothing. Everybody out here working and you getting free. point that I keep trying to make. Okay, it's okay for everybody else to go out here and work, but you want to hand it for free, or you want it really, really, really cheap. That means that somewhere along the line, there's some slave labor going on for them to produce it as cheap as they're doing it and get it to here. I don't have to see it because I understand the process of what it takes to get that product from all the way over here, from all the way over to China or these other countries, all the way into America. And you mean to tell me they can sell it cheaper than us making it here in America? That tell me right there that some slave labor is going on somewhere else. But the same people be running out of their mouth. Oh, y'all, no. Yes. Covers it exactly. It's okay for everybody else, but not for you. It's okay for everybody else, but not for you. You want somebody to keep. This is what I mean by, and I'm gonna tell y'all. A lot of people might not agree with this one, but I'm gonna tell you something. That COVID shutdown, it messed a lot of people up because they came lazy after that. When the government was handing out all this money, they thought that's the way it was supposed to be, and they got lazy. Now it's hard to even get half these people to go back to work now. Happening was, oh, well, I'm resigning, I'm leaving my job, I'm doing all this. The government gonna take care of us. Where do you think the government get money from? So nobody's gonna be out here working and making the cars because everybody wanted to quit in the Great Resignation. Nobody out here wants to go and work on the land and farm and stuff because they thought it was the Great Resignation. All of these people was quitting their job, leaving their job. Oh, I'm in this and that. The government. Y'all thought that was real life. The government ain't got nothing, and the government can provide nothing that it ain't getting from the taxpayers. Because here's the thing: if the government just printed money and handed it out to everybody else, but nobody's making food, nobody's growing food, nobody's building a car, that money is worthless. It's useless. If nobody's out here producing it. You just can't print money out of thin air. It has to be product, services, all types of stuff is involved in this. And then what happened with that COVID, it made a lot of people lazy because they don't want to work no more. So, and this is where they don't realize how gangster the government can be. So the Fed said, oh, y'all don't want to work? I guarantee you, I don't have to go whip you back to work. I'm going to put you back to work. Raise interest rates. They start raising them interest rates. They start drawing all that money out of the economy. Now everybody financially bankrupt. What you had now, that motivated you to take your behind back to work. Because all of that free money y'all thought y'all was getting is gone. I know the government was gangster at that point. They had to go gangster. And I know people, I said, you ain't got to worry about it. They'll be back. I said, because what they don't see what's coming is the government is going to drain the market. They're going to drain the money. Money's going to become scarce. And now they're going to force you to go back to work because you're not going to be afford to live. So when people tell me that Joe Biden did not cause inflation, I'm telling you why they caused inflation. That money that they was putting out there made money so easy and so easily come by that everybody thought they didn't have nothing to do, had to do nothing for it. This is why we're in the situation that we're in. This is what I keep telling people. This is why we're in the situation that we're in. Good morning, First Man. How you doing? God bless you. I told him, I said, I know exactly what to do. I said, the government gonna show you how gangster they are. You thought you was, but see, they don't realize it wasn't really the government. It was the Federal Reserve. The Fed said, okay, we got it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna show you how you fix this. Bam, raise interest rates. Drain the market. That's why you seen then, why you seen a massive sell-off once they realized that don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the Fed because the Fed gonna come in gangster. That's exactly what they did. We'll fix it. It's gonna take some time, but we're gonna fix it. Now they can't 100% fix it, but they can drain the system. So all of those people that thought they had all this money and everything was all good and good, now rent's high, everything went up to the roof. Now you was forced to go back to work and earn it. And if I guarantee you half these people haven't learned the lesson from that. Yep. Scamming and scamming. And guess what? None of them got that money. None of them got that money. And they went right back to work. What's up, Donald? And they went right back to work. And guess what? It ain't in yet. Because after a while, they're going to be willing to go back to work for that less money that they used to didn't want to go to work for. Or they don't pay enough. We'll see. Give it some more time. Keep going the way it's going. Yeah, Some of these people are now working 2 to 3 jobs. Just trying to survive. I knew exactly what was happening. I was waiting. I said, okay, watch what happens. They'll be back. They will be back. And it worked 100% great. It worked at 100%. And they still, and now guess what? What's up, Jose? How you doing, brother? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. It worked 100%. It worked 100%. How's it going, Donald? And guess what? Now I'm laughing at all these people. I said, now they back to work, crying about this and crying about that. First, here's my point. My own children will not listen to nothing I said. I love them to death, but they will not listen. I said, y'all don't understand what's coming, but y'all gonna find out. Next thing you know, they was like, oh, I didn't know it was like this. I said, because the government, the feds are not gonna play. They're gonna drain this market. The interest rates are gonna take you out of the game. You're not gonna be able to afford anything just about unless you got your stuff together. Yep, I can do that because this is my life. And that's what ended up happening. Now they're going back to work. Now, but here's the thing. You can't fix them all because a lot of them are still lazy. What's up first, man? His stimulus ran out. And they went back. It's a lot of them, but you can't fix them all because a lot of them still lazy. And today, because they thought that was real life. And at the end of the day, that's not real life. You got to earn this. Like Donald said I was wrong, but he once said he have a restaurant. Yeah, if you call them beautiful, if you call people, men wearing makeup and dressed in women's clothes and beautiful, with the bulge in the front of them, it is what it is. It is what it is. All I saw mostly was a bunch of people that's protesting the country that they in. Ain't nothing of them left. If they hate it so bad, they thought it was so bad, why all those people that said that if Trump win this election, I'm out of here, still here? I only seen 2 people leave, and they not even happy where they at. What's up, 777? And like I said, they out here to protesting. What are y'all protesting? My thing is this: if y'all got time to protesting, that means y'all ain't working. If it now me personally, if I was a Trump administration, I'd call up. I'd be like, Tom Homan, you need to go out there and check, make sure they legit. Start checking green cards and IDs. Make sure they legit, because we might be able to round up about a good 100,000 of them if they out there. If that many of them out there. You ain't calling ice on Donald's restaurant right now. My thing is this: they out there. My thing, I would have went checking. Yeah, I know they paid protesters. You can't do that. Most of the people out there can't do that. People got livelihoods they got to go to, and they got life they got to live, and bills they got to pay. Only way you're gonna be able to do that if you're getting funded by somebody. It's the only way you're going to be able to stand out there all that time if you're getting funded up by somebody. Real talk. Hey, listen, if anybody's on my live, hey Garcia, please put your YouTube channel up on the board. And top to bottom, please put your YouTube channel in the chat. Those 2 people, if you're on this live, please go follow them. I would definitely appreciate it. At some point, you're going to see me and Garcia. We're going to do something together. How is it unconstitutional to commit a crime? What are you talking about, Don? First of all, it's unconstitutional to let somebody come over here illegally and then give them all taxpayers money. That's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional to allow people to just come running across that border. And like I said before, everybody that was in politics at that point should have been fired. Everybody, president on down. As soon as it started happening and they didn't put a stop to it, the president on down should have been fired. Everybody should have been removed them off. Military should have came in. Joe Biden, all of them, Republican, Democrat, every single one of them politically should have been removed out of their position because they failed to protect the country. Yeah, it do, but it's all good. It's all fun. Can't hate. And like I said, every last one of us should have been left the country because to me, y'all failed to do your job, which is to protect the country. Yes, Jose, please, if you guys on here, it's Bone Crusher. If you see, put the link in there, please go like and subscribe his page. Subscribe to his page, like him. We got help, support his page, top to bottom, hair and skincare. Please support that page. Because at some point, Jose Garcia has a lot of information that we want to connect on and do a live together, so that we can pick his brain, and y'all can pick my brain. How did I just admit that I want to get rid of freedom? You mean to tell me that you might be okay with people coming across that border. I'm not. I look at the border like I look at my front door, and I say it all the time. I don't want nobody just coming across in the country that I live in, and I don't know who you are. Just like I don't want nobody walking in my house without permission. You need to be checked. I don't care. Even if the police knock on my door, just because they in a uniform, don't mean nothing to me. No, what y'all want? Y'all stay out there. I know he coming here to do his thing. That's what he here for. That's what Donald's here for, to do his thing. And my thing is this, is that all the people that sit there and they're going to cry 6 months later, 8 months, depending on how long it takes, the ones that was crying, the stock market is crashing. It's crashing. It's going down. It's going this. Now, while we sitting here on a live, I'm sitting here and I'm watching my account, right? Now, I bought some stuff this morning. I literally bought some things this morning, right? Now, if I wanted to be one of those shorts, people that come in short stuff, everything that I bought this morning, I'm in the green with. Just this morning. Now, I bought, if you look at EOG, right? I know y'all guys are not on the stock market, but I'm looking at my account. EOG, right? It's basically an energy company. And I grabbed a little bit of it this morning. If I wanted to sell it, I sell. Now, I know they pay dividends. I just wanted to bet up my position. I'm in the green. Huntington Bank, I bought some. I'm in the green. USAC, well, I always been in the green with that. BSM, I'm in the green. I'm reading those stock codes. I'm in the green. Some of this stuff, I'm still in the red. I'm cool with it. Leah, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And that's why I tell people, don't be spooked by the market. When you see stuff like this happening, understand that this economy is affected. There's a big part of this economy that's emotional. And this is where the time to buy. And that's exactly what I was doing this morning. Before I get on live, before I do anything, 9:30, markets open, I'm spending money. I'm spending some money. And that's it. So me buying and investing in the stuff that I invest in, I just gave myself a raise. Because the next time I get paid out dividend-wise, if these companies hold their dividend where they're at currently, I'm going to have a little bit more money every time they pay out my dividends. That's it. Been doing the same thing for the last 5-6 years. Same stuff. Every time I turn around, look for that. Leah, how's everything going with you? Hey, Lucky, that's what's up. Like, and that's the part. Lucky, that's the part that I be talking about. If for the people that come in this country and do it the right way, it's a slap in their face. That's why, yeah, EOG is down. I just bought some. Donald. And I'm flipped back into the green. So the market might be down, but I'm not down. That's the point that I'm trying to make to you. I care less what the market as a whole is doing. I look at what I call the Ron's opinion don't matter 500. So when I go buy stuff, I look for moments like this to buy. I could have, but you can't guarantee exactly when it's going to bottom out. That's the risk you got to take. I bought it and I'm up. I'm only up maybe like 1.5% put above what I bought it for. But exactly. I could have, but I ain't gonna wait that long. I'm gonna buy it where I feel as though it's a fair market value. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. I know what that price is at. I'm good to go. Yeah, listen, it's for somebody that's used to working for a living, it's hard to take handouts. That means that your grandparents probably was hardworking, committed to people, and I want to earn it. I'm the same way. I want to earn it. I don't want handouts. I never cared for handouts. Even as a young kid, a teenager, I'd rather do it and you pay me for my services than you just hand me stuff. I don't want to be lazy. I want you to pay me for it. And that was cool with me. I always felt like that. I always felt like that. And like I said, like, here's the thing, top to bottom, hair and skincare. They got to work to do, that's a business. They got to work. They got to go find product, chemicals, do all this testing just to try to produce something that's sellable. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Jose, man, bro. I never understand how people can be okay with just handing stuff. I've never been that person. It is hard, extremely hard for me to take handouts. And you're right, he did, along with a lot of other people. But here's the difference between those other people and Elon Musk. Elon Musk actually provided and did the services in which he got funded for. The government went to Elon Musk. He didn't go to them. And my thing is this, they was all behind him. Yeah, I'm not good with handouts. Even like, sometimes people want to do something nice for you and they just, oh, no, let me treat you. Like sometimes when I'm out and about, like I might go in, let's say, be sitting in a restaurant and, sometimes there are certain places, people are just kind just because they want to be kind. There are times I sat in a restaurant by myself eating my food and then when I get ready to pay my bill, they say, oh, no, somebody paid for it already. I'm like, huh, who? And they said, no, they already paid and left. Oh, I don't even get a chance to take it. I know it. So for me, it just feels weird. Elon Musk came over here legitimately. But I know you're not going to accept that. Give me 1 second. I know you're not going to like that, Donald, but Elon Musk has contributed more to this country as a citizen than a lot of the people that was born and raised in this country. Elon Musk has done more for the. Listen, Tesla right now is probably one of the is probably the number one made in America product right now, as far as vehicles go. More Teslas are made in America, probably more than Ford and most of the American-made brands. Yeah, Elon Musk, listen, you see where Elon Musk spent that money at. But nobody cared about the fact that Joe Biden administration left those people up there in space. Nobody likes Elon. The people that like Elon ain't out there protesting, Donald. The only people I know you do what you do, but the people that's out there protesting is not the vast majority of America. The people out there protesting is not the vast majority of America. What's up, Warrior for Christ, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? God bless you. Well, I seen your video with your son. Man, that was nice to see you and your son, teaching them the game, the shooting game, how to handle a firearm and stuff, man. God bless you, bro. God bless you, man. Teaching them right. I know a lot of people are uncomfortable with that, with firearms and stuff like that. But I always say the younger generation need to learn how to use firearms and learn the right way. And if we don't teach them the right way, the streets are going to teach them the wrong way. So I always tell people, I don't care how young they are. If you feel as though mentally they prepared at that moment to teach your kids the right way, that's better as a father or as a parent than them to get out there and learn the street stuff and then now their life all screwed up. I know Tesla is made in China, but most of the cars that are made in America, the vast majority of the cars that Tesla is made in America are actually made in America. Not all of it. I know that. I don't even know what you're talking about. Donald, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You go Google something and think you know something. No, I go look detail into the company. The vast majority of Teslas are made in America, the ones that are made in America. But my thing is this, it doesn't matter. Right now, Elon Musk is providing thousands of jobs for people, American citizens. I'm good with it. I don't even like Teslas. I would never buy a Tesla. I don't have no interest in owning no Tesla. Even after all of the controversy, I'm still have no interest in owning no Tesla. I don't like the cars. I don't like electric cars. So it doesn't matter if it's Tesla. I don't want an electric car. I don't like electric cars, but I'm not going to dismantle the fact that it provides jobs for American citizens. It's a product that a lot of American citizens like. And here's the hypocrisy of it all. The very ones that's out there protesting was the very ones that were standing behind him when he started doing it. You see him and Obama together and all of them together. Elon Musk was the hero until he decided to support Trump. Now to those people who are a very small portion of people, now all of a sudden they got a problem. Yes, I agree. Regulation. Listen, I got stuff in my vehicle is an old vehicle. Like my vehicle is very old. And some of the stuff that's in my vehicle that's in the vehicle, I'll be like, you didn't need this stuff. Yeah, I don't listen to CNN. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about CNN. Like, you didn't make my vehicle is old. And I'm like, having the stuff that's in my vehicle, I'm like, you don't need this stuff. A vehicle don't need all of this stuff. But they got the government trying to regulate how cars are done and what they have to have and all of this EPA and all of the other stuff that they keep on doing. It has no merit. Yeah, I don't listen to CNN and MSNBC. Listen, my thing is this: if you can't give me fair news and correct news, I'm not gonna listen to you. I don't care who you like. When you hear those type of people on those type of news channels, they always going to spew hate and they're going to support the opposite of what this administration is doing. They don't care about the country. They're going to try to provoke racism. They're going to try to provoke division. They're going to try to why? Because they're the ones getting the money. Yeah, you're right. I don't listen. I'm like that because I got beef with the Democratic Party. Unlike anybody else, I don't like the Democratic Party. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. The vast majority of my history is under the Democratic Party. So for me personally, it has been a negative fact on the black community, the Democratic Party. So I'm good. I'm not going to play that same game no more. So for me, yeah, you're absolutely right, Donald. And I'm not going to change my stance with that one. You're absolutely right. Because I'm speaking, when I talk about that part, that's personal experience. The Democratic Party has been extremely detrimental to the black community. They has offered them nothing but murder, abortion, poverty, destruction, lying, cheating, and stealing. While all of their people are getting wealthy, all of the Democratic politicians are getting wealthy, there's a vast difference between their wealth and the people that they serve wealth. The people that they serve is broke, and they got all of this wealth. Nobody is mad at, and it's people like that they never mad at Obama, who walked out of office with $70-80 million, right? They're not mad at Obama for that. And meanwhile, if you look at the black community when he got elected, and you look at the black community when he left office, it was no better, worse. It was extremely worse after he got out of office. And no one can tell me where did it benefit black people to have him as a president. They not mad at that. They not mad at the fact that most of the police brutality that they keep talking about happened under Obama. But they not mad at that. They not mad at that. But they will keep on spewing. They will keep spewing that rhetoric. And that's exactly what I keep talking about. So when I talk about this stuff as opposed to this, my thing is this. When I looked at back that 4 years that Trump was in office, I realized that the black community was doing a whole lot better than I've seen in a long time. And I don't even know if Trump realized what he was doing or not. He might be taking credit. They might not. I don't know. But I'm like, okay, I'm seeing black people opening up businesses. I see them giving hope. And it actually was doing better. But yet, when you look at the black community before that, when Obama was in office, it did nothing for them. But then I started looking for deeper, and I looked at all of the communities that the Democratic Party serve, and there's a vast difference between what the politicians have and what the people that they serve have. They are tyranny. Democrat Party are tyrannical. They are the ones that are destroying their very community, and they will keep selling you a hope. They will sell you a dream, but they will never produce anything. My point to this is that right now you got AOC running around hollering. You got Tiffany Henyard running around hollering, but not one of them have introduced any bill up in Congress to make anything better. All they do is this. And look at New York. That's why all of the good people in New York, the decent people, the working citizens, they bailed out, went to Florida. They bailed out, went to Texas. Now look at Florida. They try to criticize him. They try to criticize Florida, but Florida right now is trying to give their citizens, they're trying to get rid of property tax. That's how you take care of your people. That's how you take care of your people. Florida right now, Ron DeSantis in Florida, Republican candidate who possibly going to run for president again, right now is trying to get rid of property taxes. Trump right now in office is trying to get rid of payroll taxes. But in order for him to get rid of payroll taxes, he got to get rid of wasteful spending. But these Democrats not mad at that. They're not mad at the government. They all said this stuff for years, but none of them ever did anything. What they mad about is the fact that Trump was the only president that was actually willing to do it and take the heat for doing it. And take the heat for doing it. That's my point. And the beauty, and I know you and Donald, you're doing this very same thing that a lot of people always try to do. They try to make everything about race. My thing is this. There are white people in Philadelphia that are financially struggling. There are black people in Philadelphia that are financially struggling. This has nothing to do with color. And I know that's what you want to do. You want to provoke color. I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about the Democratic Party, because there are by far more white people as a Democrat than they are black. And the only difference between the two is that most black people vote Democrat. But if you look at the Democratic Party, there are just as many white people as that are Democrat as there are black. So I don't even know what you're talking about. You look at the Democratic Party, but here's the thing. They're the ones that's a hypocrite. Kamala Harris, what color is her husband? White, even though I know she wasn't black. All the ones that keep talking to that are married to the opposite skin color. I don't see nothing wrong with it, but they spew the rhetoric, but yet they do the very opposite. And first of all, if you go look at all the people out there protesting, it is very, very few black people out there protesting in them streets. Very, very few. That's how I know Donald just talking out of his mouth. When I look at those cameras, all I see is white liberals out there protesting. White liberals, by far, 90% of the people that are out there protesting is white liberals. That's how I know Donald don't even know what he's talking about. It's white liberals. There's a handful of black people, because black people most black people are so broke, they ain't even got no time to be out there doing that. They got to go to work. And if they're out there, it's because they're part of the same movement. Kristen, what's going on? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And my thing is this is the reason why. No one ever, why y'all not mad, the Democratic Party, why y'all not mad at all the crime that's happening in your cities? They not mad at that. They never outrage about the stuff that they do. They never hold themselves accountable to the stuff that they do. They want to hold everybody else accountable for the stuff that they do. Right. You're absolutely right, Lucky. Here's the thing. Most black people have conservative values. A lot of times, black people, the reason why a lot of black people don't support the Republican Party, because they really don't know nothing about the Republican Party. Most black people are conservative. If you ask most black people, are they okay with mutilating? If they okay with this mutilating children and trying to convert them boys into girls and girls be 99% of the black people gonna say, no, I'm not good with that. What you talking about? And that's real. That's it. Most simple. Most black people are conservative. Most black people go to church. But the thing is that they don't mentally pay attention to the fact that the Democratic Party is not what they probably used to be 15, 20 years ago. And that most older black people mind, they thinking about Martin Luther King days. That's not the Democratic Party no more. Yeah, that's it. I guarantee you that, here's the thing. Most of the people that I know are Democrat. Most of them. And all of them think Republicans are racist. They never talk to Republicans. They don't spend time around Republicans. They don't even know what Republicans are. They get all of their information from other black people that say Republicans racist. But they won't sit down and actually have a conversation with them just to find out what do they actually stand on. Instead of what they actually stand on. But once you start to get around them, you're like, oh, okay, they just like you and me. They might be, there's black Republicans, there's white Republicans, there's Hispanic Republicans. It has nothing to do with that. Because most of the people that are on the Democratic side, they so close-minded, they ain't trying to hear nothing different. I used to be a Democrat. I voted for Hillary Clinton. That tell you how much of a Democrat I was. Now, I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton because I wanted her. I voted for Hillary Clinton because I remember what her husband did when he was in office. And when Bill Clinton was in office, he was cutting out wasteful spending. He was talking the same stuff. And the economy was actually doing better under Bill Clinton. So, of course, in my mind, if I vote for Hillary, I might get Bill Clinton by default. And I didn't care about the stuff that he did, the sexual scandals. I didn't care. Man, at the end of the day, that's your personal life. I want my pockets to be right. I want opportunity. I want a better economy. So I did vote for Hillary. Why? Because I wanted her husband by default. Wasn't the best decision, but I did. I'm not proud of it, but I did. You're right. Nobody grows into a liberal. Liberals usually start out that way, and then they end up being more conservative because they say, "Man, what was I thinking? Like that was so stupid." You're right, and it don't. And listen, my thing is this: I believe in freedom as much as possible. Are we totally free? No. But freedom has its limitations. That's just my opinion on that. I think freedom has its limitations. Like my point is, you're free to move about the country wherever it is. But there is some limitations to them freedoms. Like if you're driving on a highway, you're free to drive on the highway. But at some point, you're going to come across a pay toll. At that point, it ain't really free. The other thing is, you got to pay for the gas and all the other stuff. So freedom has its limitation. It's free, but it still has some limitations to it. You free, but you ain't free to just walk in my house. You free outside, but you ain't free to just walk in my house. And it has consequences to some freedom. And there's a difference between freedom and taking liberties that wasn't given to you, that you didn't earn. So it's one thing to look at freedom, but it's the other thing to just take liberties that you did not earn. Drivers want to move you. Right, exactly. They want to move you out the way. And that's what my point. But again, if we was to take advantage of the country and take advantage of this moment, that's the reason why I was so heavy. I was like, yes, I am glad that finally somebody had the balls to take this country and flip it the way it's supposed to be flipped, to stop burdening down the taxpayers like we've been burdened down over and all. Stop trying to overregulate this country and finally get back to common sense politics. If the cost of living is that expensive, you are not representing your people. You are a king and a tyrant. But now we are flipping the script. And yes, it's going to take time. But this economy, Christopher, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. This economy I don't think it's going to take that long. But at the end of the day, the flip side of it is that your kids, your grandkids are going to have great opportunity, good paying jobs that are out there. Not just, go get a job at places like McDonald's or stuff like that. I'm talking about skilled jobs where they learn how to build and make real stuff, not just cooking food and being waitresses and stuff like that. I'm talking about manufacturing jobs where you actually learn how to make stuff that people use every single day. These chip companies, these semiconductors are in just about every computer and everything. They're in everything. But yeah, we were the leader in that industry, and now we're handing it to everybody else. Yes. And Garcia, you're right. Jobs coming back to America. Better paying jobs. Not these, I'm not saying that, to me, a job is a job. It doesn't matter what you do. And you should be proud of anything you do. But we need to have more jobs than just services and waitresses and stuff like that. We need to have manufacturing, making stuff that people need other than just food and stuff. Because if we don't do that now, we're going to be totally out the game. Man, look. That's why I was glad here's the thing. This is the one thing, and I kept saying why I don't agree with Trump on this one, which is lowering the interest rates. The reason why I don't want to lower interest rates because I want people to become more responsible, and I don't want them to just go out there and lower too much and people get reckless again. And that's what ends up happening. People when you lower interest rates too much and too fast, what's going to happen is people going to start getting reckless with their spending. So that's why I'm like, I'd rather them freeze right where they at for a while longer. I'm looking at it, and thanks, Warrior for Christ. And if you on this live, please go follow my brother Warriors for Christ too. You know, he does a lot of gun content, and his stuff is very good. You know, and yes, yes, drill, baby, drill. You too. And my thing is this: is that, you know, everybody's the ones that's out there complain, let them complain. I can care less. Y'all go holler, scream, complain, whatever case may be. I'm using logic. Thank you, Leah. I use my logic. My logic says we can't keep getting burdened down by the taxes and letting these countries take advantage of it. That's make logical. I look at it like a bank account. If all I did was withdraw money out of my bank account, at some point it's going to run empty. At some point that bank account going to run empty. It's the same thing with the country. If we keep on taking the hit on all of this other stuff, at some point it's going to hit hard if we don't fix it now. And the other thing is this: in order to responsibly give the United States taxpayer a tax break, you got to find that money as many places as you can for the government to be able to operate efficiently and not waste the money that we've been wasting on all of this unnecessary stuff that the government has been spending money on. Real talk. And then, so me looking at it is like, okay, you can't just cut taxes. You got to do it right, responsibly. You can't just go in there and cut taxes. You got to figure out where you don't need to spend money at. Now, are you going to make some mistakes in that as far as the Trump administration? Yes, you are. You're going to make some mistakes in the process. You're going to make some choices. They say, okay, we thought we didn't need this. We were wrong. We got to go back and correct it. That's going to happen. That just makes sense. It doesn't matter what part of the sex side you on with that. It's going to happen. But the thing is, they always got all of these high standards when it comes to the Trump administration. Trump administration can't make not one error without them screaming and hollering. But the Biden administration can allow 13 soldiers be murdered, give up $80 billion worth of military equipment to somebody else, and not one Democrat mad about it. This is where I laugh at them. Y'all not mad at this. We lost 13 soldiers, and the Biden administration did not even go to the families. The Democrats won't even stand up for a cancer victim. But y'all not mad at that. Y'all mad at some information that was leaked out. Okay. Stay with it. Do whatever y'all say. Do whatever what you want to say. That's it. My thing is this. Do whatever you need to do with that. Y'all gonna be hypocritical, like Trump said, and he made a point, and it's that he can solve. It could be a disease out there that will kill America, that will kill everybody out here, and he can find the cure for it, and they still would not be happy. So my thing is this: don't try to make them happy. Like me, I just don't let them be where they are. That's cool. Y'all can act like y'all want to act, behave y'all want to behave, be mad at Trump all y'all want to mad. While y'all mad, I'll keep positioning myself to the benefit. I will keep on supporting what he's doing as long as he's doing it right. And I'm 100% so far, I'm good with it. I knew it was going to be hard, and I knew there was going to be some moments where it's going to get tough. I'm good with that because my thing is this. He has a plan. And he's executing the plan the way it's actually supposed to be executed. But that Build Back Better stuff, what got better? Nothing. That was Joe Biden's plan, was to build back better. They destroyed everything and had no plan to put nothing back together. So I don't care if they're mad. They care less. They can care less. All I know is this. is that if you listen and you're paying attention and you prepare yourself, you're gonna get you. We all they got common sense, know what we need to do. We know how we need to move, and guess what? We're gonna be great. Now, some people who don't care less about Trump is gonna benefit from this too. Like Donald, for instance. Once these taxes get cut, and once all of this stuff come back full circle, if he owns a restaurant, more people are gonna be in that store. He probably gonna be busy. Why? Because they're gonna have more money to spend. Yeah, I don't try. I laugh. I don't try. I don't try. I laugh because at the end of the day, they still have a right to their opinion. They still have a right to their opinion. That's it. Now you don't have to agree with them, but they still have a right to their opinion. I don't particularly agree with it, but they have a right opinion. I'm not looking for perfection. Outlaw, what's up, bro? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate it very, very much. Listen, I care less about all that stuff. I don't try to please people when it comes to that. If you was around me on a regular basis and when I see somebody that's like you can't they don't want to say I would just okay, cool. I'll leave you to your ignorance. And guess what? I just leave them to their ignorance. I don't care. At the end of the day, your life is your life. Your choices is your choices. I know, Donald, I see you trying to reach for something, but if that's how you feel about whatever it is you're talking about, that's cool. Donald, just for the instance, I don't sit there 24/7 following around what Trump do on a regular basis. I concern myself with the very things that's going to affect me. I don't care about Trump playing golf. He can play golf wherever he wants. I care less about that. Just like y'all didn't care how many times Joe Biden was laying on that beach. Oh God, that was disgusting. But so I don't watch Trump 24/7. I'm not following every little thing that somebody does. I got my own life. And that's what it is. They hate you. But my thing is this. You're right, Chris, for real. They hate you for Trump. That's it. Listen, I don't love Trump. I respect him because I think he's a very smart person. I learned to respect him even more because I realized a lot of stuff that he was doing was actually great for America. So my thing is this. I like what he's doing. And even if I couldn't stand Trump, the stuff that he's doing make common sense. So therefore, it makes sense. And it's beneficial. Those are the things that matter. I don't care about him playing golf, just like I didn't care about Joe Biden laying on the beach, which to me was, whatever. I don't care. Certain things I don't care about. I care about policy. He might be, I don't know. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Donald's on my live, and he might not even like it, but he's on my live, and he's helping my channel. If anything, I'm getting something out of him being here, which is watch hours. So I appreciate it. Outlaw, how's everything going with you, man? Hopefully all is well with you, brother. God bless you. And he's another one. If you're on this live, please follow Outlaw channel. I don't think you should follow Outlaw because Outlaw is not going to be as tolerant with you as I am. Outlaw probably going to cuss you out. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. It's going to take time. It really is going to take time. And once they find out and once they get a good perspective of what really is going on, I guarantee you that the conversation is going to change. And they're going to be like, oh, That's what he was doing. The economy's doing well now. The economy's thriving now. It's all great. And that's what it is. I can care less. Right. Yeah, they fun. These people are so funny. They're so funny, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, we got, at the end of the day, we gotta live in. If you're American, you gotta live in this country. You gotta deal with the choices are made. And I had to deal with the fact that Joe Biden and the administration was making horrible, horrible decisions that was detrimental to the country. And I didn't like none of it. But I still had the stomach and I had to deal with it. I had the stomach and I had to deal with it. But it's all over with. So they're out of the way, and we getting back to common sense. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, it's you got to give it time to play out. I'm good with it. I have no complaints. Like I said, if you looked at my investment account in the last week, I seen thousands of dollars of value go away. Thousands. I woke up today, I was more excited than I was on Friday. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. AOC, please. I mean, honestly, I want them to put AOC up and Bernie, because I'm gonna say, let's say they have to debate JD Vance, and I don't know who would run with. I mean, my hope was that Trump would probably just stay as a vice president, and so that way he can still have some advising JD Vance in there. But we never know. After a while, it might be Trump could probably just go ahead about his business and go live his life again, and he already laying the roadmap of how you should run this country. So, in my opinion, what's up, Mike Sports Vibe? Bowling. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Mike Sports Vibe. If you guys are a sports fan, any sports fan, I mean, he's a Sixers fan and Phillies fan, but his channel is up there, Mike Sports Vibe. If you guys like sports, basketball, sports content, Sixers, Phillies, or just in sports content, or if you like just going in somebody's live and troll, please follow Mike Sports Vibe Balling. I appreciate it very, very, very much. I go on his channel. I'm on his channel all the time when he's doing his live. He's doing his commentator, whatever case may be. Very well knowledgeable of the sports game. Very informative. And when you're in his lives, believe me when I tell you, there's some smoke in there too. Kind of like how Donald comes over here. But we get smoke over there too. If you're a sports fan, let's say you're a rival team to the Sixers, go over there and give them some smoke. But if you guys are on this live, please follow Mike Sports Vibe Balling. Yeah, Rubio. My thing is just I'm watching how the Trump administration is doing, and I was thinking at first I was like, and I realized why they. As much as I like Byron Donalds a lot, I really do. I got a lot of respect for him. But I realized that why Trump wasn't bringing him into the White House, because they playing chess. They'd rather him run for governor to replace Ron DeSantis. Now, my thought would be maybe Ron DeSantis and JD Vance might run on the same ticket, or like you said, Rubio, and you got Vivek who's over in Ohio getting ready to run for what do you call it? Oh, I think governor in Ohio. So my thing is this: I think the Republican Party right now is trying to play chess, pick the right people to keep flipping these places where they need to flip them at. So, yeah, and right, Outlaw. That's my perspective on it. So my thing is this: they're being strategic on how they picking who's going to do what. Ron DeSantis is coming out of the government position. So at that point, to me, Ron DeSantis would be a good candidate if you're trying to keep this train rolling. And some of the other ones. So that's my point. I don't know how they're doing this, but if they're communicating with each other, to me, it looks like they're trying to pull a chessmate move. to make sure that they hold the seats in the House and in the Senate, and on top of that, still have the presidency. Like I said, it doesn't matter what Ron DeSantis said. He can't do nothing about it. Even if that's what he said. I don't know for sure. Because like I said, not paying that stuff no attention. Yes, if you're on this live, please follow Leah. Lucky. If you guys are trying to build your channel, please follow each other. Appreciate it very, very much. Very, very much. Yeah, I'm still peeking over here. I'm ready to get it off of here soon or whatever. But, I appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all support. You guys are wonderful. Y'all really are. I appreciate y'all support. And Donald, I want you to know that I appreciate the smoke too. Don't ever stop coming and bringing the smoke. We appreciate you. Yes, you're right, Jose. You're right. Everybody on here, if y'all, some of y'all see each other's name on the regular. We should all be following each other. I try to follow people that follow me, and I see you on my channel. I try to go to your channel, watch your videos, watch stuff. Sometimes I don't have the time to appreciate you, Donald. Sometimes I try to look for y'all channels and stuff like that to try to support and watch y'all videos and stuff like that. And top to bottom hair and skincare, just so y'all know, that's our web. They got a YouTube page, but they also have a store. And check out their product or whatever case may be. I've actually purchased stuff from them, and I actually like the product. So far, this product that I have, I actually like the product. I had my dry hair issue once, and it's not all the time. It's not all the time, but I do have a dry hair issue once in a while. It happens like twice a year, but so far I've been using the hair stuff for my hair, and I have rarely. Normally I'll be like all the time, and since I've been using the product, I haven't been scratching my hair nowhere near what I usually do. So I appreciate it. The product is actually, so far it seems like it's worked. The hair product is actually working for me very, very well. But yeah, if you guys on there, please follow each other. The guys are the regular stuff like that. But and some of y'all would love. At some point, I'm gonna love to connect with y'all. We could do some lives together, whatever case may be. And we could do some lives together. I'm still learning stuff. Like I'm got my stuff and I'm setting it up and I'm still learning. I'm figuring out how to bring people in on the lives and stuff on my computer where, it's widescreen or whatever case may be. And because I definitely warrior for Christ, and me and him, and we I mean, I know Outlaw, all of us are gun people. Most of us on here are gun people with gun people. So Outlaw, you crazy, man. Appreciate y'all. But yeah. And like people like Outlaw, I would love to be able to, connect with y'all, and we do some of these lives where it's just us, and we get to kind of go back or whatever case may be. But I know one thing. I need to get to the gun range. I ain't been to gun range in a minute. And I've been trying to go. But I put money away to try to save, so when I get ready to go, I don't be spending money. But my rule of, if for people that don't know, if most of y'all been on my live, but like I have this rule of before I could buy it once, I got to save it twice. That's how I do my money wise case may be. So if I go to the gun range, let's say I know that the gun range is gonna cost me, I'm gonna spend $100 there. I'm slacking big time. I ain't gonna lie. Let's say it costs me $100 when I go to the gun range. Before I could go once, I got to save it twice. So I would have to save $200. And when I say saving, I got to invest $200 before I can actually go to the gun range. That's just my rule. Yeah, I man, all these right now, this stuff is up on the wall collecting dust. Now, don't get me wrong, I am in the process of cleaning everything up because I need to get to the range. Like I just, man, so every time I go to the range, I be like, oh, I'm gonna do some footage, I'm gonna do some video, and I forget all about that. I just go in there and I start having fun. But I'm gonna do my best to try to record what I'm doing, and not just get there and start having fun and then forget all about the phones and recording and stuff like that. Because I really need to know. Because I'm that way you guys can get in better. I mean, I got some videos of me doing it a while ago, but I think I've gotten a lot of better since then. But yeah, God bless y'all. Really do. Like I always say when I'm on my live, please make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. Please have your relationship right with God. Outside of anything that we do, talk about, anything we get into, if God is not a part of your life, we are missing the boat because he loves us all in spite of all of our faults, in spite of it all. And I pray in the name of Jesus that all of you are well, that all of you are doing well, that life is wonderful for y'all, that God protects y'all throughout your life and make sure y'all good. And that prayer includes Donald, even though he bring the smoke, but we love him, we care for him, we want best for him, just like every single person on this live. We, again, we got to pray for our country, and together we can help make America great again. And with that said, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. And hopefully I get to see y'all Wednesday at 6:30. I might pop in here sooner than that. But even if I don't, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace.